right, man. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Travel TV. Welcome back to another installment of the OTD Podcast. Back here with my fellow brethren, Bear. You know what I'm saying? Back in the cut. What I'm gonna say? We do have some other co-hosts joining us soon. They have to, have some little personal business. But until then, we're gonna go ahead and start with the topic of discussion for tonight, and then as they join in, we'll just let them, go with the flow. So, brother man, by all means, go ahead and take over.
Yeah, like you said, welcome to the Off the Dribble podcast. It's your boy, the Bear. We're rocking with my brother Trey Herbo in the building. How you doing tonight, bro?
I'm good. How about yourself, brother man?
Doing good, man. Was doing some self-reflection and wanted to pose a question to you in the game. What has the pandemic taught you?
That's a big one.
Oh, whoa. It's about the store, bro. Showed up. What's good, man?
What's
good with the gang? What's good with the gang? We in the building.
We thought you was going to hit us with some lights.
Nah, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. Homie, I just woke up like probably 15 minutes ago. I seen the linkish. I'm like, oh, let me get on. Before they end up talking shit tomorrow. I'm on now. Let's get it.
We was talking shit
already. I'm on though, shit.
Hell yeah. Well, this is another one of our brothers. How do you say your name? Tyson or Tyson?
Tyson. Yeah.
All right. He said it, but he is the originator of the Big Boy group chat, which, birthed the whole Off the Dribble podcast. So, welcome you.
But it's a team effort, man. It's a team effort, man.
Yeah. Definitely a team, but, you opened that door. You just started the idea. We followed the wave because a lot of us needed that. So,
facts.
The question of the night is, what has the pandemic taught you? Like, what did you really learn from the pandemic?
What I learned from the pandemic. Live more. I would say that probably. Live more. Do what you say you go do. Before that,
you, Trey? Oh, no, go ahead.
No, let's get it. That's all. Live more. Definitely live more.
Okay.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Ty said. I'll say live more and also just don't take shit for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Because with me, for me being a person that caught COVID, I'll say about mid-year, or maybe around August last year. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Even though I'll say I was like halfway vaccinated, but that was still some deep ass time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all like, I'm not gonna catch COVID. We always say that, but it's like you never know. It can pop up on you from anywhere, bro. And it's like I done had family members I done lost from COVID. So you know what I'm saying? I say my getaway from it is I'll just say my getaway from it is just, what I'm saying, don't take this shit for granted, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit can happen to anybody and anybody can get that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So for me, it like piggyback to what y'all said, but it's like, cherish the little things.
Yes.
Because we operate like tomorrow's promise.
Right.
And like y'all, I've lost a friend, was my best friend's brother. He passed away from it. So it really was good, D-Lo. It really taught me to really value myself.
Right.
It taught me to value my health because he was a big guy. His weight fluctuated. And, the pandemic hit people who were overweight the most.
Oh, yeah.
And, I was operating on, like what Trey said, it's not going to get to me. It ain't going to have me. Granted, I'm thankful I never caught it. But I also took precautionary steps before the pandemic even started. So I just would say, it made me appreciate my health. And it made me cherish some small things.
Facts.
So we like to welcome our brother D-Lo from the Big Boy group chat.
D-Lo.
How you doing tonight, bro?
How y'all doing?
Yeah, it was good, D-Lo.
Well, man. You know, we talking about what the pandemic taught us. So, what would you say you learned from over these last 2 years?
Honestly, I would have to say don't take life for granted.
Okay.
For real, because once the pandemic started, for real, I lost my aunt to a blood clot, but that messed me up bad.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like a couple months later, my cousin, he had passed, and this was all during the pandemic, so it was kind of hard to hear all that. And then with me recently catching COVID, like in December, like the last week, bro, I was sitting in this crib, in this room, laying in this bed, almost going through depression because I couldn't go to work. I couldn't leave out my house. I couldn't do nothing. I was sad and sick. Mind you, I was asymptomatic, so I had no symptoms whatsoever. So it hurt me to the bottom of my core. So I was like, man, then seeing all these people that been caught COVID, they losing their lives, their family members losing. I was like, bro, I was glad I didn't catch it until I finally caught it. But it happened to happen when I joined my new job. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding.
Right. So that happens for a lot of people.
She works in the medical field. She works around this COVID stuff 24/7. Like she's the one putting the tubes in people's mouths, really getting them in there. Within 5 minutes, they gone. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy right there.
Yeah, because
it's a lot.
You thinking like, yo, this could be my mom doing it to me. So like, I definitely get what you're talking about.
Exactly, and that's what my mom was trying to get my manager to realize. Because the only reason why I found out or wound up taking a test for it because I found out somebody else within my store had it. So I was like, hey, Mom, when you get back in town, hey, ask somebody at your job, can you bring home a rapid test? I took it. Man, she hit me with that look like, yeah, boy, you got it. I was like, I was spazzing off. I went to an urgent care and everything the next morning. After that, I went up to my job and I'm spazzing off because I'm like, bruh, the fact that my manager talking about, oh, we didn't know about that. That's BS. There's been too many people that's been out with this COVID situation in here. I'm like, get out of here, yo. Like, but yeah, it definitely told me to don't take life for granted and just keep yourself on a mental and a physical healthy way. It's mainly how they were saying with COVID at the beginning, it just boosts your immune system. But now it ain't got to the drastic side. So like, we got like 4 or 5 different variants now. Like at this point, yo, ain't nobody gonna have a normal cold no more. Like there's no such thing as
Life what we knew is done. Like
we'll never be the same, bro. It'll never be the same.
Like for me, like
I swear,
you know, I started studying natural health like 3 years ago before the whole pandemic even started.
Yeah.
And you know, I started taking sea moss, bladderwrack, and burdock roots. And I found out about them studying a guy named Dr. Sabi. Pretty sure y'all have heard of him if you've been on Instagram.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle did a thing. And, you know, I think his teachings, because like his teachings, I feel like have kept me away from getting COVID. Because, you know, we all big dudes.
Right.
That they said that shit was targeting us heavy because, you know, we're more prone to have diabetes, high blood pressure, and stuff like that. So it was like, I was already ahead of it. So it was like, oh, I'm not even worried. And, you know, thanks to the creator, all I've had was like a sinus infection over like the last 3 years and getting like a dizzy spell. But my job, you know, I'm a truck driver.
Yeah.
And at my job, we was going to this place called Montgomery County. Okay. Montgomery County is the richest county in Maryland, but it had the highest numbers.
Big facts. Big facts. You ain't told a lot.
Bro, like it had the highest numbers. Bro, I'm out there working with no mask. I worked out there for a year and a half, bro, and never got sick, cold, nothing. Even worked around people who was like, yo, last time he was here, I wanted to tell you, but I got COVID like after you left, and I'm like, shit, I've been good. Like, I ain't got nothing. Like, I'm straight. He was
like that reminds me of when I was doing security. I was doing security at some bars in DC. One of the like
so you already know, bro. If you was near DC,
bro,
like
the fact that one of the dudes, he said, "Hey, yo," like my boss Texas, he was like, "Hey, look, one of our regulars had COVID." I was like, "Huh?" Mind you, I didn't have my mask up around him, none of that. Come to find out, I'm stressing like I don't know what, because I was around my best friend because she got lupus or whatever. So she already had it prior. With that. She had it prior, yo. So she was down for like a good 2, almost 3 weeks. So when I found out that news, I left for her house. I was pissed off. I made sure I had to wait a couple days because some of the like CVS's around my neighborhood was not trying to let me get the test done. So went to the CVS DC, got it done. Come to find out I was negative. I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
But it was just fact. When I saw him next, I was like, bruh, don't you ever do that again. I'm like, bro, like you almost ruined my mental state.
Right.
And some people don't realize like this mask thing ain't no joke, yo. Like even it's crazy.
So we all agree, you know, the main thing for us is like not to take life for granted and, you know, really pay attention to your mental health and your physical health.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we'll switch lanes a little bit. How important is your mental health now?
Man, wow.
Like now that we went through something where, you know, people were losing their lives and, you know, they weren't even allowed to have funerals. Like you weren't allowed to go to the hospitals.
You wasn't even having funerals. Like it's crazy. And if you want, like a few members was able to come, like not your whole family. Like that's just crazy.
Yeah, so like
you had to do a virtual funeral. Like,
right.
Bro, like how this about to work?
Like what you mean? I can't come to my own uncle's funeral? Like what you talking about?
Like you did? Like I gotta stand outside and look at it through a phone, my boy. Like I want to see my man's body.
Right. Yeah, like it's so crazy
right now. So it's real important.
Okay. What steps will y'all say that have really been beneficial to y'all in y'all mental health? Because like statistically, you know, they say men are responsible for 75% of suicides in America.
Well, I remember you talking about like writing it down, like journal. I've been doing that shit. That shit worked. That worked for me. That definitely worked for me.
Okay. So
I just been talking my feelings out a lot more, like just talking it out.
Okay.
I'm better
because I'm the type of dude that used to like hold all my feelings in, and I still do that to this day. Right. And I've been trying to break out of that, but it's kind of hard based off of how I've been treated in my life or the people I dealt with that put me in a bubble to the point where I had to close off my emotions. That's why when certain people come around me, like, hey, bro, why you act all standoffish sometimes? And I'm like, I'm more of an observer. I like to observe people around me because that's how I'm going to act.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. You definitely got to fill out the room. So back to the journaling. Like, so when you journal, because I know for me, when I journal, you know, I write things down and then I revisit the next day and then I process it. What do you do like after you write down how you feel? Like, how do you go about processing it to be like, all right, this is what was wrong, but this is where I need to work on certain things.
Like,
yeah. You're
like
your method on making it better.
I'll write it down. I'll revisit it like in a few days. Then it's like, boom, like, damn, how does this even make me feel like this? Then once I figure that out, it's just like, all right, boom, these are steps I got to take to make things better. But it ain't always that easy. You get caught in that where you're stuck in that one mind state, and it's like it's hard to get out of it. But definitely writing things down and revisiting it and trying to find ways to get out of that obstacle is definitely my thing. Because I can't talk about it. I don't do much talking. I'm more of a writer.
I mean, it's a form of talking. At the end of the day, it's a form of communication, whether you want to or not. Like, I got my journal right here. You know, I'm on day 40 in this.
Get out here with it. You talking about?
Listen, journal gang, bro. I got journals out the ass. Like, I might not write in them, but like, you know, like I find peace in, you know, laughter. music, drawing. Like, I want to start up a T-shirt line, so I've just been making doodles and sending them to my guy. Like, yo, I want you to get this.
You do that once, hit me. I'll take a few.
I got you.
Damn, like, hey, hit me.
I got you. I'm gonna show y'all in the group chat. So Trey, like, what does mental health mean to you, and what ways are you taking to better your mental health to get you out of your ruts?
I think my mental health has really changed over the past year. You know what I'm saying? With me finding out last year that I was a diabetic, you know what I'm saying? That really changed my game. Yeah. That really changed my game plan a lot. You know, going towards, you know what I'm saying, my health, you know what I'm saying, when I start feeling bad, going to the doctor, make sure everything checked, all that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a hospital and shit, you know, some shit that got real serious type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, for me, it's like, for my mental health, I do more motivational speaking, you know what I'm saying, it's something that keeps me calm, you know what I'm saying, just writing quotes down, posting them, you know what I'm saying, just giving inspiration to others. That's what makes me, you know what I'm saying, feel better about myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, I reached out to somebody else, made somebody else have a good day. That makes me, you know what I'm saying, feel better as a person.
So, do you feel like that is your purpose? Like, do you feel like you was able to find your purpose through the pandemic to, you know, be that inspiration and motivation? Yeah. So, same question for you two fellas. Do y'all feel like the pandemic and through y'all trials and tribulations, y'all been able to find your purpose?
I think I found it now with this chat. Like, as much as I talk about it, I think I always had it, but I never like had to. I always was like, yeah, I want to do it, but I put it to the side. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next year. But like now, I think I wish I did this during the pandemic. I think this would have been much more needed.
I don't see. I'm a firm believer that things happen when it's supposed to. So even though, you know, the beginning it probably would have been beneficial, but I think people would have been in such a depressive state that they wouldn't have been engaged in it. Because, you know, we as men, we talk about mental health. Yeah. We're taught our lives, you're soft. So it's like, man, I ain't no bitch. That's the way we view it. Like, mental health, like, man, all I need is this. And, you know, whatever I got these, I ain't worried about none of that shit. Like, we allow the world to just keep weighing down on our shoulders. And it's like, you know, I know the other guys probably say the same thing, but, you know, I thank you for that. Like, I try to start this during the pandemic and, you know, people wasn't vibing with me. Like, I'm like, yo, like, it's always crazy how that saying is, the people that you've been around all your life will never support you, but a stranger will support you from day one.
Facts. That's what, exactly. I got all the support from
especially
strangers. Like, it's
when
insane,
you
bro.
live here.
It's insane, bro. If you like, I didn't think this was gonna be like this. Like, I thought, all right, maybe I get a few hits, but nah, this shit's been crazy, man. This shit has been crazy. It seems like everybody need it, man. Like, more people need it.
Yo, men need it as a collective, bro. Like I said, like, suicide in our community is like, you know, we're the high percentage of military, so you got a lot of people with PTSD. You got situations where men with children can't see their kids, and it's making them commit suicides. You know, being teased all your life. You know, big boys, we done been talking about from day one.
We don't talk about nothing, bro.
Who do you talk to? You know what I mean? Like,
who understands?
Who can you really talk to? It's like, even like, I've had times where I'm like, yo, the flyest big boy in town trying to build myself up. And another big boy who you think will show you love. Man, what the hell you doing, bro? I got that. Like, yo, I'm not even trying to be in competition with you. This is just how I view myself. So it was just like, who do you even talk to about anything? Like, who do you really go to and not be perceived as weak? Because I was always told if you're able to express your emotions and control your emotions, you're stronger than anybody.
Right.
Major facts.
And you know, a lot of us, you know, being in a group chat and hearing y'all stories, a lot of us.
Yo, the stories, bro. It'd be the stories.
But it's like a lot of us been through the same shit.
It's like very similar.
It's so beautiful now to have relatable shit. Like
right.
You was in a situation like mine. D-Lo and Trey might have been in a similar situation, but it's like now I know I got somebody who views me as a brother that I can go talk to.
Right.
But I don't want to say it to expectations, but like, what is your end goal with the group chat, Ty? Because you know you was the one that really pushed for it to happen, and we just. But
the thing was, like, it wasn't even like I didn't even have an end goal. It was just like somewhere for you to vent. Like that's really what it was. But now it's like you want to take this to the next level, like whatever that next level is. Whatever the next level is.
What, like, D-Lo, what has it been for you, bro? Like, what does a group chat do for you? I don't think you can hear me. All right, Trey, what's the group chat done for you, bro?
Honestly, it's been a space where I can connect with, you know what I'm saying, people of my, you know, people that have same similarities as me, you know what I'm saying. It's made me, I guess, stuff more, you know what I'm saying, and made me be able to get myself out there more because in reality, I've always been a type of a shy person. So it's like, for me, meeting people that I really don't know and connecting with them for real, you know what I'm saying? That's what I actually liked about it. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to do something like this, but it's like I never really had the platform. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yo, D-Lo, what's the chat done for you, bro?
Well, honestly, it's kind of crazy because one of my actual followers, she actually sent me Ty's video. She sent me the video.
She
sent me the video. Wow. She's also in a big girls group or whatever. So I was like, all right, this what's up. Let me see what this is about. Because honestly, I've been thinking about doing a video myself. Doing the whole group chat myself. And how I've been thinking about doing a clothing line for big men. I already had a design, like the actual name for it and everything. But it was kind of hard to find like people to actually understand and actually get where you're coming from as a big man. And especially like how like being in the DMV, it's so hard to find people to support you because everybody's going against each other and it pains me. It sickens my soul. And I'm only 25, yo. And to see this been going on for years, bro. But it sucks. Like, it really does suck, bro. Like, and I'm like, how are we going to advance ourselves or get people to boost themselves to a better place when y'all can't even support? So, like, this is kind of like one of those groups where I feel like I can, like, help anybody with any problem. Like, we can always vent, talk about whatever. Like, really get real insight on the inside of what us big men think of every day or how we feel about ourselves every day. Because we don't talk about how we feel all the time. We're so used to people downplaying us, doing us dirty, and things of that nature. So it was like, even like how we were just talking about the stories in the group chat. I didn't want to throw my story in there, but at the same time, it brings me back to a point or to a place where I don't like to be, because I know I say I'm over it, but that it created my villain origin story, as some people like to say. Like, it turned them into like a beast that they are, which it used to fuel me so much. Like, it used to fuel me to like go hard and go stronger for myself. But it doesn't do that no more. Like, I found relief and understanding that whatever happened, but at the end of the day, if I see you, just don't come by me. Just don't come by me.
Right. I definitely understand that, because, recently I had to recognize my strength and that I've been able to release. Like, I've been wanting to send y'all a little situation mine that, some of y'all already know like what happened with my baby mom, but
Yep.
I had buddy was on a live that I was on commenting.
Whoa.
He told me his side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like, I'm looking at this, like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
No, for
this
real.
is what the hell? Yeah, like, I'm a person, I always lead with love because that's just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, to actually hear somebody tell me the truth, because I know my baby mom gonna lie to me because people lie because of fear.
Yeah.
This dude ain't got nothing to fear. I ain't never seen this dude in my life. I knew of him, but like it really showed me that the steps I've taken to my mental health has worked.
Mm-hmm.
Like he telling me the shit. I'm looking at my phone because he messaged me on TikTok. I'm over here like this. Oh shit, bro. You know it's all good. Mad love, yo. Wish you the best of luck. Yo,
hey,
if you still rocking with her, don't do it, bro. Cause like she telling me blah 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 XYZ, and he like what?
Mm-hmm.
How could she say that? But this is what happened on the other end, and I'm like,
yeah,
what?
It's always that he said, she said situation. It's always one of those, man.
But yeah, so I'm like believing it because it's like one thing I would say that we didn't say earlier that taught me I learned people's characteristics.
Yeah.
Traits. It really taught me to pay attention to how people handle shit and how
you can't be
people
blind, bro.
are.
That's the thing.
And it's just like D-Lo said, like I learned to be way more vigilant, and I learned to listen a lot more because it's like, oh yeah, you on that bullshit. Like, let me get away from you because I can't fuck with how you're moving.
And before we end it off, I'm gonna let Marcus and Dave share their experiences with how the pandemic has shaped them before we end it off. So Marcus, you want to start?
Marcus, you want to go first? You can shoot up. My bad.
Oh shit, I didn't even know they was on. It wasn't shown on my end.
Right, you show mine.
I'm back over here.
Nah, Marcus, but Marcus, you want to go first?
It's good, Mark.
It don't matter. What's good, bro?
You go ahead.
Welcome back, fellas. Welcome back.
Pandemic, huh? Pandemic taught me a lot, honestly, through the last 2 years. You know, as you guys are speaking about mental health, you know, I think really staying in tune and contact with your families, your loved ones, really appreciating them and your friendships and the relationships you build with people. Because, you know, it's pandemic, you know, you guys really didn't go see them and stuff. So really, you know, staying tight, you know, building that bond. I think a lot of my friendships got better throughout pandemic because it really showed who was reaching out, who really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Also work-wise too. So I started a new job through pandemic. Been in a field that I've been trying to get into for quite some time now. But I just didn't have that kickstart yet. So when my job had shut down, it really gave me the opportunity for that door to open for me. So that helped me in that direction, you know, and me working with kids, you know, it really helps. It helps them, but it really helps me too, because, you know, I'm all about giving back and teaching what I wasn't taught as a youth.
Right.
So that helps me on a mental stage, and it helps me grow too, because I'm really not like I'm not really how do I say it? I'm a people's person, but I don't like really my business out like that. I'm not like the open person. But I can like but I can literally meet somebody and be like,
that's a big boy thing, bro. That's a big boy thing.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, you know. So it really helped me, you know, open my wings a little, be more open with people, and it helped me be a better listener too. Like, you know, people come to vent, tell me that, yeah. So them coming to me.
Let me ask you something though, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
What has this group chat done for you?
This group chat, man. Woo. I've waited for a group chat like this for a while.
Yo, it's crazy that we all had the same idea.
I'm the big guy in the group. I'm the big guy in the group, so I get singled out a lot. Like, oh, You're cool. You're big. You know, you fly for a big guy. Like, what does that mean? Like,
right. What that mean?
What's that mean?
I
Like, hope
hate
you
that
fly
response. I'm
regardless.
like, am I supposed to look dusky all day, my boy?
But it
Right, you for a big guy, like what?
But the group gives me that platform to get away from my other friends.
Right.
And see what's going on inside of myself that
right.
some people who's naturally fit or athletic don't understand.
Right.
So like me telling you guys about my bariatric, I haven't told my closest friends about it.
Right.
So because I know some of us are going through stuff, body changes, some of us trying to lose weight, you know, so on and so forth, you know. So it gives me that open forum, you know, not be judged and open up more and like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, that's all he's trying to do,
see
bro.
And also see what's going on other ends of people's lives.
Facts.
I like
right.
You know, and it shows that I'm not the only person going through this. Like somebody else is going through this, but we just never met. But now look at this. This gives us a chance to meet and be like and sit down and have conversations like this.
Right.
Exactly.
This is what it's about. You know, they say conversation and acts change.
Yep.
And you know, I want to piggyback to what Marcus said. And he was talking about healing kids, and it helped him. You know, they say when you truly heal, you heal the child in you first.
Right.
And then you heal the adult version. So hearing you say that, like, I ain't gonna cap with you fellas, yo. I got chills over here just hearing y'all talk, because it's like, we all have a similar vision, and we nowhere near each other like that. Like, granted, you close to me in Jersey. You know, D-Lo, you're in the DMV. I'm in the DMV. But it's like, you know, everybody's hours away, or, you know, they're on the down south, the West Coast, up north. Like, all of us have a similar vision, and we totally different. And the beautiful thing to me is like, I got brothers that look like me that can relate on almost every aspect of everything.
Yo, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
Granted, we all big boys, we related that, but it's like, I relate to somebody who look like me.
Yeah, we think like what we think about, like the shit that we battle, like it's pretty much similar.
Right.
So
Dave,
just everyday routine stuff.
Yo.
Right. What does the pandemic taught you, my guy?
Honestly, shoot, it taught me a few things. It taught me who my real friends were and who weren't. And then it made me it forced me to get close to God too. I couldn't even cap about that. And then third, it forced me to like I have to work on myself, if that makes sense. Because you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. I was to the point where like I would have to just get up and just walk around, because I had to get out the house and just walk around, because it's not like you can go to, you can't do basic stuff. So I was just like, I was going crazy. I was like, man, I'm walking like 2, 3, 4 miles, because I'm like, I can't stay in the house, man. Like, I don't know how people doing it. But it's them things. That's pretty much it, though.
All right, another question I want to pose to you. What has the group chat done for you?
It's giving me a male-centric space that I can ask to talk about anything without. I'm trying to see what's the best way to put this. I'm not good at being PC. I just tell stuff honest like it is.
Keep it a buck 50. You know,
it gave me space where I could like.
Look, you ain't gotta sugarcoat shit. We cause
it gave me space where like I could be around like other guys and like ask like questions like guys do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
bro,
and that's made a huge difference. I'm not gonna even cap.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Ain't no need to cap in there, bro. Ask whatever you need to ask.
This is straight barbershop.
Somebody said it was a barbershop. Yeah, it's like a virtual barbershop.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, barbershop talk, bro.
I ain't even think of it like that though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna post the name Barbershop Talk for the podcast, but you know, like it was already taken. So when Trey was like off the dribble, it was like, all right, hell yeah, we'll go with that because I ain't heard that shit and it sounds unique.
Yeah, that actually sounds nice.
Right. I'll be like, yo, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Yeah, I'll be like, yo, I don't understand how you say it, bro.
So,
you know what I'm saying? And oh, go ahead.
Yo, what's up?
I was just going to say, you know, mental health has been, you know, the forefront and very important to us lately. So I wanted to ask y'all, like, what are some ways that you learn to cope with your mental health as well as, you know, get through your mental health and feel through it to process it?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I got a journal shoot.
Hey,
you got it right here.
Journal,
I'm already halfway through. I need to get another one soon.
Hey, yo, Dave, we out here, Dave. We out here.
But my thing is, I try to make it. I don't always do my best. I try to do at least like an hour a day. Either do some type of journaling or some type of prayer, like meditation. Either it's in the morning or before I go to sleep. So, and then to make myself even more committed, I put a timer on it. So, I'm gonna legit do an hour, or if I miss a day, when I wake up, I have to add another hour. So it's like it's important because you just can't go on and be like, okay, I work, whatever. You won't spend no time to yourself because at the end of the day, you're gonna end up going crazy. So, and then you need time for you because you know, we got jobs. You know, some of us had kids, some of us in relationships. It's like, well,
that's the most
you gotta make time for you at the end of the day because you're not gonna be stronger than somebody else if you're not stronger to yourself first. So
he's speaking gems right now. He's shooting gems right now.
That one again.
So
hey Marcus, unmute yourself, bro. And
I'm over
here. Yeah, so
my bad. I was muted because Drew, I was trying to eat my dessert, which is some yogurt.
No. Yeah, you good. No, I was.
Bro, I've been fucking up this plate the whole time, bro. My lips greasy as hell right now.
I was tripping when I saw Trey. Is this man over there eating some snacks or something?
But I wanted to hear Marcus's view, and I seen that he was muted on the whole mental health aspect.
Mental health, how I cope with it. Oh man, how I mental health. What I do? I actually play a lot of basketball.
Okay.
So I try to take everything. I think when I get on the court, kind of like I'm able to like release everything, all the pressure and all the stuff that I go through throughout the day. And I'm able to just channel that into my game and gym time, put in that gym time and meditating and finding my center of peace and, you know, talking with people too, you know. You know how sometimes they say, you know, who do you go to when you got nobody to go to? Like, who's your go-to person? Some people might be your go-to person, but who does your go-to person go to?
Yeah, that's
so
crazy,
I didn't really have one before this group. I didn't really have one.
Me either.
So I
ain't really.
Sometimes you need something outside the family, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I mean, they might like understand, but it's like you want to talk to somebody that like actually understand that you've been going through. Like,
right.
Yeah,
so that's why this works.
So just like, you know, going to my go-to person, you know, we have conversations every day, you know. Also, I had started during pandemic, I had started a podcast. Me and my cousins, I started a podcast. It was called the Diplomats. We was called the Diplomats.
Okay.
So it was through what's it called? What's that thing called?
Anchor, Podbean.
No. It's the newest one that just came out.
I've been using Anchor. I
through Clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So through Clubhouse.
Gotcha.
So and we was doing sport. That's how we talk now. So I do have. So I'm gonna introduce you guys to my other group.
Okay.
To another group. It's barbershop talk. We talk about sports all day. That kind of helped too. Getting to hear what everybody's up to and how they dealing with the pandemic and what goes on in their mind, and so that kind of helps too. Getting it out there and understanding that this pandemic is affecting everybody in some type of way.
It's real, bro. It's real.
Yeah.
Wow. It's mind blowing to hear y'all's stories, and everybody, like I said, none of us are really like close in distance like that. Like, we hours away from each other. We all have so many similarities. Like it's like I said before, it's crazy that, we can relate on, not just being a big boy, but us being black men, and then hearing us as black men, it's like, yo, we learn to cherish life and not take it for granted, and then to see other black men take their mental health serious. Because I'm 32. I don't know how old everybody else is, but I know you're
29.
But it really took till 2020, like when I went through my divorce, to really, really zero in on my mental health. I was like y'all. I was the one that I ain't talking to nobody. I'm standoffish. I'm just gonna look. I'm not opening up to nobody. Like, it's really taught me to, like, you gotta release that. Like, you gotta release that pain. Like, you can't be that bottle that you on the verge of. You're already shook up. You're on the verge of somebody just twisting that cap. And it's like twisting that cap, and you just ready to explode because you got so much pent up bullshit from everything. I don't know about y'all, but as a kid, I was teased.
It's like being a prisoner in your own mind.
Yo, honestly, craziest prison you'll ever be in.
Facts.
It's just a beautiful thing. What you got, What you got, Trey?
Where is Trey all quiet and shit, talking shit, Trey?
Man, Trey is quiet, yo. Where you at, cuz? Come on, guys.
Yo, Trey was on me in the group chat. He was like, where the hell you at, blood? I'm here, bro.
Look, I'm just letting y'all talk, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't expect it to get this deep as it did, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, I really appreciate y'all for, for everything y'all do for the group day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not hard. I know it's hard, take time out y'all busy schedule to come, do something like this on this type of platform. So I just really want to say, I appreciate y'all for everything y'all been doing so far, just keep doing what y'all doing, We it's only up from here, So,
only up.
So just keep doing what y'all doing, for sure.
Before we go, I want to ask y'all all this question.
All right.
Because I know this was for me, and D-Lo talked about it earlier. Has this pushed y'all entrepreneurship vibes to the sky?
Almost there.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Granted, I'm in the truck and I'm by myself most of the time. I don't have to really deal with nobody. But I started a business. Right during the fucking pandemic. I started my business right when the pandemic hit. It put me out of business for 4 months.
I'm gonna pick up with Ty said. It felt like the pandemic really made people really stop being lazy. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Really pick up. Like we all had plans for the pandemic. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like we really didn't get everything that we really wanted to do until the pandemic. So we really, we couldn't go nowhere. We all had to be in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was a positive from the pandemic, in my opinion.
Yo, but I was grateful, during the pandemic, my job was still going. I ain't had to worry about it closing down. None of that. I know a lot of people didn't have that, though.
Right.
Bro, I know your job was going crazy because I know out here,
the prices going up. The shortage was real.
Bro, because there ain't no truck drivers.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, what the hell? But one thing I did notice, out of all of the creativity, even though we didn't say it, creativity has been important to us too. Because everybody here is always talking about like creating shit.
Right.
And it's like, damn, like we all truly are creative beings in our own way, and we don't even recognize it like that.
Right. Yeah, I didn't expect it to get this deal. I think like I made this. All right, we gonna talk about sports and guys shit. Nah, we went to a whole different level. Like,
yep.
Because we talk about sports
like,
all
we
the
went
time.
deep into like relationships and everything. I was like, man, I ain't think we was gonna get this deep.
Like, right. Sometimes I be seeing like y'all write essays about. I'm like, yo, this shit really happening. Like, that's where we at with it.
And I think it went to that because like. Guys, when it comes to guys who love sports, we always want to talk sports with our guys.
Right.
So we came here, and it was like, I don't think I see one sports talk in the group chat.
Yeah, not no more.
It's like, where can I get clothes at for being a big dude?
Like,
this girl did this bullshit.
Right.
People with kids talking about, yo,
had some kind of relationship problem or shorty and did us dirty.
Right. Like, I might hear every once in a while about the Super Bowl, but like that's really it. Like,
yeah, I think that's
I like that. Though. I'd rather it like that. Be like
say next week. That's what we really gonna be talking about Super Bowl next week. Like,
honestly,
as soon as Sunday hit, boom, Super Bowl. All star weekend.
Yeah, like when the big games was coming on, everybody was like, "Yo, did you see that game with the Rams in them?" But outside that, it was like, we gonna talk about this relationship because this girl fucked my life up. But I gotta get it out.
Just like this morning, somebody was talking about they had somebody at their crib. I was like, yeah, you messed up now, boy.
Yeah, like, how do you down here? And here comes Trey talking about, man, those sugar-coated, man. Tell her to leave, man.
Oh, shit. That's fucking hilarious.
Talking about she spent the night, she drove over there, and you cooked her breakfast? My boy. Those are the big three no-no.
Look. I'm on that thing.
You got to
Yeah, but I knew how important this is, so I was like, I gotta make sure I tap in with my guys. Yeah, I'm on that same shit right now.
I was like, you gotta go home.
This is what I've been doing right now.
Oh, for real.
Yo, are y'all surprised with like the amount of people like we keep getting in like every day? Like all these newbies that just keep showing up?
I'm a little bit surprised by that.
I'm not surprised.
Is it like what, 50 now?
Yeah, it's 56. I think it's 55, 56, something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like because I know men,
because I feel like it's people that has our same mindset as us.
Right.
They just didn't have a platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So once we give it to them, they're like, okay, now I find a group of people that has the same mindset as me. Let me see what they are.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's why I was glad when I like posted on TikTok. I was like, look, hey, big boys or females that know big dudes, if you know, if you need like, talk your shit, get your shit off your chest, hit me up, and I literally tag you and I tag somebody else. I can't remember who. But yeah, I was like, yo, we need big boys need a sacred space to talk, Like,
for sure.
We really need that.
And sacred space. Ooh, that was deep, bro.
That's deep.
Like, that was deep for me.
Like, it's a sacred space. And I had about like 5 dudes hit me up like, hey, bro, like, what's up? I'm like, follow these 2 brothers right here. We'll get you a court, get you straight, and you'll get up in.
And right, and that's why, me, Ty, and Trey, like, are very adamant about, exonerating people that ain't really with the movement because it's like, you got people talking about real life shit. They coming out of their heart that they don't really do, and these people just they're not even looking at the messages because you can tell when all the messages are viewed because it turns blue. Like they're not looking at the messages, and it's like, what's the even point of you being here?
Yeah,
right.
And to piggyback off that, Trey, you got me in some shit, boy. I got about 5 people. I got about 5 people in the my messages talking about why you removed me today, bro. You told me to remove her, bro.
Hey, look, bro. If you ain't being active, you gotta go.
Right at the very least, you can at least say you're on work, like I'm busy or something.
Oh my God.
Or just check in to do something. It takes a few
seconds, bro. That's it. Just check in. That's
right.
It.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
like a quick "what's up," like something. Because in one of my iMessage group chats, we literally had a whole situation where one of the girls' best friends was in the chat, right?
Right.
She would never hop on a group FaceTime calls. We was like, hey, just hop on real quick for a little bit, even though you at work. Just a little small quick drink, just to see who you are.
Right.
Say what's up. That's it. But then her best friend, the little drink, got mad because I said something and my brother said something. The little shorty ain't say nothing to me because she know who and who not to pick battles with. It was just the fact. It's true. If you're gonna be in a group chat, participate or talk. Say something. Don't holler at her like every couple, like 2-3 days.
Right. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, like come on now. Like we really talking about shit. Like we really talking about real shit. Like come on now. Like let's get into it. So whoever them people got mad at you for removing them, tough fucking tits, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's no bad blood. You know what I'm saying. But you know, if you feel like you're not being active, you know what I'm saying. You gotta go. Simple as that.
Hey, I tell people all the time, don't show to your job for 2 or 3 days and see how they treat you.
No, for real.
Right. This might not be a job, but you know, like for me, I'm gonna have to tap in with Marcus after this. Like, I wanna. When I saw this, I saw a bigger vision of you know, we got guys in different areas. We can go to all these different areas, and there's going to be some kids. There's going to be some little big boys out there that deal with mental health issues and stuff like that. And it's like, I see this group as something where we can take this platform, make it big, get it on a big scale, and, you know, go help these little buddies. I mean, they don't even have to be little big boys, but it's like
it can be right.
You know how many kids like grow up and don't have a father figure or a role model? It's like, you know, this is a platform where we can take resources and help these little youngins, yo.
Right. Like that's a good thing you said that. That's gonna be the topic next episode. Good. That's good. I like that.
Facts.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, gentlemen. Just want to say I appreciate y'all for coming through, you know what I'm saying, spitting y'all words of knowledge to the people, you know what I'm saying. Talk about people watching, appreciate y'all for watching, you know what I'm saying. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications, you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna leave me, Bear, and Ty TikTok in the comment section. So if y'all want to join, you know what I'm saying, tap in with us. But this Dribble TV, I'm out. Peace.
Yep.